In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Brothers and sisters, we've been talking for some Saturday evenings now about various traits and values that are vital, that are important, vital in its most etymological sense of being life-giving. And one of these values that I think each of us here have been a part of at one point or another is of hospitality, that of welcoming the stranger, welcoming the one who's not from around here, to be welcoming visitors and guests to a deeper relationship with Christ. This is something that is I think of difficulty for people naturally. Because what we naturally want to do is hang out with people that we know. We know them, we know how they work, we share a culture, we share a history, we share the same ideas and ideals and likes, dislikes. We know these people, we go way back. And yet we're called to something different. Christ calls us to care for those who are outsiders, to care for even those who are outcasts. Now, if you look at all the interactions that Jesus has through the Gospels, there's positive interactions and negative interactions. By far, the most of those interactions, though, are with those who are outside, those who are not one of us, those who are from that place, those who are from those people. As he leads us, we must be willing to be led. As he leads us to share life with those who are different to us, who are maybe just unfamiliar to us. This is where he leads us to. He leads us to love those whom we don't know, to show love for those whom we don't know. Not enough just to have the emotion in our head. Where we have the opportunity, there we show this love. We show this, as we know, love as a self-sacrificial love. It means that we give up something for the other. For some, it's going to be grander than for others. For some, for many indeed, it's just going to be our comfort. We're going to set aside for a fairly short period of time, if we're being honest, to set aside the people that we're familiar with and welcome someone in. To welcome those people who themselves have come through the door. This becomes a platform for any kind of evangelism that we would even think about. What would it say about us? Let's say we had the finest of evangelists who went out and brought 100 or 1,000 or whatever big number you're thinking of. And they brought this number to the door and no one welcomed them. What would that say about such a community? What would that say about their following of Christ, who, after all, was, if anything, criticized for hanging out with the stranger, or sharing food with the stranger, never mind sharing time with the stranger. When we're looking to show our love for Christ and our love for his creation, we're looking at hospitality, we're looking at welcoming, we're looking at greeting. To be inviting people through the door. To be inviting people to our coffee hour. to be welcoming to whoever comes to us. This is how it is that we can put this trait into practice. I can tell you, it doesn't require a great amount of training to be happy that someone else is alongside us in worship of Christ. It doesn't take a lot of forethought to welcome someone in from the cold, just as each of us were in one way or another. To be welcomed into a community, to become a constituent part of that community, as we all are. To welcome one, two, and many others in as well. I commend you to this trait, and that the prayers of St. John the Baptist be with us in following Christ by welcoming the stranger. Amen.